Good afternoon, Hope RX agents. This is Kevin Banta, co-founder of Hope RX. This afternoon here we're going to be going over a quick, I don't want to call it a training session, but we're just going to go over what to expect from your card distribution. We probably get this question asked on a daily basis multiple times on what to expect, how fast can I make $1,000, can I make X amount of money by X amount of time? So kind of just want to lay this out there for everybody so everybody has the same expectations with our company and going forward with your business. First off, I want to take a minute here just to really express our gratitude to everybody out there. You guys are doing a fantastic job. I know this is the peak season for our business, so we do expect to see these huge numbers that we're seeing now, but we really are taking it to the next level with our brand new agents out there. Some of you are doing a really great job on recruiting. I think we have a couple business partners that joined up that have recruited a couple hundred agents over the last 60 days, doing a really good job in getting those agents trained and getting them out in the field. And just new agents that are personally doing their cards are doing a great job. We're seeing a lot of spikes and increases. Obviously, this month, October, unfortunately or fortunately for our business it's good, for the public it's not, but a lot of people get sick during this time of year. Kids are back in school, being around other kids and bringing that stuff home and just really going around. So that is a normal increase in our business in October, November, December months. So I just really want to say great job to all of you, and you really deserve it. Those of you who are out there, I know a few of you made a decision this month to do this business full-time now based on your income level, which is really spectacular. Bottom line is you're in a business to help other people every day, and that's why you get paid so well to do that. So great job to all of you, and those of you who are up and coming in the business, keep the faith. I know it's kind of a different business model because you may be working out of your home, or we're doing this part-time, and you know, we're not there, and you can't come to the office, and so it does seem a little different in the beginning, but once you really get used to the business, and you're welcome to call us, email us all the time to make sure all your questions are answered. You never want to go out there without your ammunition, which is all the answers that you need. All right, so just what to expect from your card distribution. Let me go over that a little bit with you guys. Those of you who don't have your starter kit yet, that is goal number one. You want to get that. In that starter kit, we do have 70 different marketing ideas. So when we're going to be talking about these different methods, there are about over 70 different methods, and I'm sure there's a lot more than that. But you want to pick 5 or 6 of them that you're comfortable with doing, and just do a lot of it. That's what you want to do in this business, is find stuff that you enjoy doing and doing a lot of it. So let's get into this here. Try to keep this under 30 minutes or so for y'all. Okay. First off, have a plan. Now I'm going to go over some numbers right now, and this is what we consider extreme part-time. Anything less than this, we really don't consider working the business. Okay, you can be in the RX business because it is free to get started. So anybody can be in the RX business. But if you're not distributing at least 5,000 cards a month, we really don't even consider you building the business. Okay, and the reason for that is we're working in large numbers. You guys, there's 60,000 pharmacies in this nation. 4 billion prescriptions are filled. For you to get in there, you've got to get some cards in the hands of people that are going to use it. Just because you go to 10, 20 doctors and pass out 1,000 cards, that doesn't mean that they're all being used, okay? So here's have a plan. 250 cards a day is what we teach. Those of you who have been doing this for years, 250 cards, literally you can get it out in an hour or so, okay? So that's why we consider this extreme part-time. 250 a week, which is 250 a day, which is 1,250 a week, turns into 5,000 a month. At the end of the year, you've got out 60,000 cards, and I'll go into it in a little bit in a bit here about Greg Peach, who has currently about 60,000 cards out, who does this business full-time now when he only has 60,000 cards out. So this is what we consider extreme part-time, but you do need to have a plan, whatever your budget can afford. I know this investment here would be about $70 a month for you, so if that's too high, you still got to get something going, okay? Now, some people are doing it on the line. Some people are allowing other people to print cards online. Your website does allow people to print cards, okay? So if you're getting your website out to 250 people a day, you want to do that too, if that's what you're doing, okay? But just having a website, okay, there's a trillion websites out there on the internet, doesn't mean you're going to generate business. You got to promote it. There's a lot of free forums out there to promote your website. So look into that. Those of you who know how to do blogging, When you do blogs, you backlink your website. So you talk about prescription prices being so high, and then you say, hey, I found this website, and you plug your own site. That's called backlinks. So people see that, they click on it, and it goes to your site. Okay, but again, these are just ideas that we're throwing out there. We don't teach any of that stuff. That's something that the talents that you come to our company with. So if you know how to blog, if you don't, learn about it. If you know how to use some of the free forums out there, classifiedads.com, Backpage, I believe, is a free forum out there. So Craigslist is a free forum. Facebook, there's a lot of free forums out there. There's Twitter. Find out how to integrate that into your business, because there's some valuable tools out there in social media. And I don't have to tell you that. You guys know that. There's stuff out there that, you know, people see 1 million, 2 million, 4 million times a day. Okay, so look into that, and definitely if you're going to do it online, make sure you're doing it every single day. Your transactions are a direct relation to your efforts. There's no secret to that business. And when people call and say, hey, I passed out 400 cards, how many transactions do I have? You know what? Chances are you're not going to have very many. Okay? You got to get the cards out to the masses. So it's a direct correlation to your efforts. And again, how much would you get paid if you just went into work an hour and a half a day? Okay? Probably not very much, and they probably wouldn't keep you around for very long. Okay? So make sure you're putting into your business what you want to get out of it. If you're looking for full-time income in the future, well, you got to put in full-time effort at some point. You're not going to get full-time effort by just, you know, sitting around and waiting for it to happen. You really got to get out there and help these people. There's a ton of people out there that need your help, and you know that. You can go anywhere in America right now. 6 out of 10 people are on a medication that they need every single month. That's over 65. 80% of America is on a medication. So it's all around you. Okay, if you went into a 55-plus mobile home park of seniors, I guarantee all they talk about it all day long is the extreme high prices for medications. Okay, this card works. It saves people a ton of money. Okay, all right. Here's your 1,000 cards. Those of you who've got these, so you receive these boxes. That's what come delivered right to your door. It's $35. If you can find them cheaper, no problem. We'll send you the PDF file to get them made yourself. We can't find them any cheaper than $35 for 1,000 and $70 for 5,000. That box there is about 17 pounds of cards. There's, I think, 3 to 4 layers in there. It's a nice size box, and that's what we consider part-time, putting that box out per month. Some of you know some of our top agents do 25 to 50 to 100,000 cards a month. One of our top agents has ordered 300,000 cards in 4 months. So it's 120 days. He's got out to 300,000 cards. Okay, obviously he's doing it full time, and he makes in excess of $10,000 in the RX business, and that's his thing. Okay, he did have a lot of money. I went over the story last webinar, so I don't want to get into it now. But that's a box right there of 5,000 cards. So invest in your business. I'm going to show you the rate of return, because a lot of people don't understand the rate of return. Okay, and you got to look at it long term. Think about the last time you worked at a job, or you're still working there today, and you put in 3 to 4 years, or 2 years, or 5 years. The day you quit, get laid off, or fired, guess what? You don't get paid anymore, do you? Well, guess what? When you put our time into our business, a year, 2 years, 3 years of full-time work, remember, you're putting in 40 hours a week over there, and you got let go, and now you don't make anything. With our company, you put in 3 to 4 years, and you're getting paid. But let me show you here. 5,000 cards, $70 investment. Okay, it's obviously extremely cheap, but let's see your return. It may not be as high as you think, but you got to compound it. Let's say you just get a 1% transaction rate. That means 4,950 cards go somewhere else, but 50 people use it. Doesn't seem like a high percentage, but come on, can't get any lower than 1%. So 50 people use one of your cards out of your box of 5,000. So a 1% rate of return. Not this dollar here is saying that you have your starter kit. Before you order 5,000 cards, you guys make sure you have your starter kit. I'll show you what you get for that starter kit, but the first thing you do is get a pay raise. Okay? But look at this. So you get your 5,000 cards out. You invested $70, and you only get a 1% return. 4,950 cards went somewhere else. 50 people used it. Okay, or this could be 25 people filling 2 meds. Whatever it is. You got 50 transactions, you get paid $1. So your return on investment is $50 on your $70 investment. Does that seem good? I hope you're looking at it and saying yes, because I'll tell you this. You can never get an investment that you pay $70 into it, and they give you back $600 a year. Okay? And if I told you, give me $70 and I'll give you $600 a year, you would stand there and give me $70 all day long if I kept giving you back $600 for the year. Okay? Don't look at it as I invested 70 and got 50 back. No, no, no. You got $600. 96 to 97% of all transactions come back the next month. Because remember why people use our card. One reason only, it's to save money. That's it. They're not going to use it because they like you. They're not going to use it because they like the look of the card. They're using it because they're saving money. And they're going to save money every single month. They're never going to say, you know what, I'm not using this card, I'm paying full price now. Never do that. Okay? So that's a 1% return. 2% return. So 4,900 cards went away. 100 people used it. And now you're making $100 a month. Okay? Now you invested 70 and now you're making $1,200 on your $70 investment, which is unreal in the investment world. Okay? Now, 12%, and the reason why I'm showing this is I don't want to say this is the highest you're going to see, but I can tell you this, that we have an agent receiving about 12% transactions on their cards, and they've been doing it for a very long time. They've been receiving the same 12%. It goes up a little bit every single month. I know the agent's not really distributing much more cards. They are doing it full-time. They make it full-time income. But 12% is a nice rate of return. You can expect more depending on how you're doing it. But really, this is a great rate of return. Now you're making $600 a month on your $70 investment. Okay? So again, I don't want you to think that you're going to go out and make 12% return. Please don't. Look at the 1%. Look at worst case scenario. And think, if that's my worst case scenario, that's great. I invest $70 and get $600 a year back. I would do that all day long. Okay? Now, let's see how these transaction rates vary and why do they vary. Okay? Here's why they vary. This is the different variables that we see. Okay? Different ways to go. Obviously, going into the pharmacies. And now, if you haven't watched all the webinars, you guys, I encourage you to watch it because now you're getting piecemealed some of the stuff that I'm talking. I'm referring back to other webinars that are online on our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/careerwithhope. But pharmacies, as Jolisa has shown on the last webinar, her transaction went from 89 transactions to over 500 transactions. Okay? How? Because she's in front of the pharmacies. Now, with permission, you have to walk into the pharmacy and ask permission if you can distribute cards. She takes her boys out there. You saw in the last webinar her pictures there of her boys. But you're going to get a higher transaction rate. Why? Because you're standing in front of the pharmacy. The agent that I showed that had a 12% rate of return on the cards only goes to pharmacies. That's it. He doesn't believe in doing the business any other way, and it works for him. Okay? Jolisa, if you watched the last webinar, you'll see her reports. She went from 89 to 500 in literally 120 days. How? In front of the pharmacies, direct to consumers. Why? Because you're handing it to a consumer. They're walking right into the pharmacy and saving money. Now, if somebody walks into the pharmacy and saves $40 on a medication that they've been using for 6 years, do you think they're going to come out and ask you for another card? Yeah. Do you think they're going to just stockpile their cards in their house? No, they're going to give it away because they can't believe they just saved $40 on a free card they found out front that you handed it to them. Okay? So 30 days, you'll see results on this. So if you go pick a pharmacy and you get permission and you're out there, you'll see results a lot faster in this method than any other method. Why? Because people are walking into the pharmacy right in front of you. Okay? 8 out of 10 pharmacies will usually allow you to do it and accept the card. But again, if they say no, say okay and bye. They have to understand that you're going to drive business to a pharmacy, whether it's theirs or not, it's going to be somewhere. You always want to let them know, that you're dealing with all the doctors in the area. You always want to do that just so that pharmacy knows that you're talking to the doctors. You're going to be seeing these cards coming through here. Do you mind if I stand out front? And you don't want to stand out front all day, you guys. Stand out there for an hour or two. If you get yourself in front of a busy pharmacy, you should see about 100 people an hour. So you don't want to stand there all day, okay? And always be professional. In the last webinar, we talked about this. Hey, if somebody doesn't want to accept the card, just say, okay, thank you. It's not a big deal. Don't take it personal. Obviously, they're used to people trying to get money from them, trying to get them to sign up for something. Nobody believes that somebody's standing there for free to help other people every day. Okay? So if they don't want a card, that's fine. When they go to the counter and they see everybody else using the card, they may come out and ask you, hey, do you mind if I have a card? Okay? Now, visiting doctors. So now you're out of the pharmacy arena. Now you're going to walk into a doctor's office, let them know that you have a way to get their patient retention up. Now, why do we say patient retention? Well, here's why. Doctors only earn money when their patient is in their office. That's it. No other time. When the patient leaves, that doctor's not going to make any more money until they come back. Well, how do you get them to come back? Well, make sure they fill their medications, first of all. If somebody leaves there and they find out they have high blood pressure, they go to the pharmacy and they got a $92 medication and they can't afford to fill it, do you think the client's going back to the doctor? Probably not. Going back for a refill? Probably not. Well, in our case, this is going to help with patient retention because that $60 med or $90 med could be $14 with our card. So you want to encourage the doctors to distribute the cards to their patients. Now, most doctors you're going to run into have already heard about discount cards. They may have a competitor's card. Don't knock anybody's card. State the facts. Our card is typically the deepest discounted card in the industry. Don't take my word for it. Good Morning America ran a great article that you all should have that went over some of the deepest discounted cards. Ours was not included on their article, but I went ahead and checked the price of the med that they were referring to, and ours was cheaper by about $3. Okay? So when you're talking to a doctor, let them know that we have the deepest discounts for their patients, help with patient retention, and would you mind if I set a card box here and make sure it's clean, set it out there, and they'll distribute cards, okay? Again, we have an agent that does this business full-time, and you've probably seen the YouTube post. If you haven't, you've got to get on there and watch it with Dan Randino. He's visited over 1,500 doctors in the Southern California area, okay? So this method works at doctor's offices, urgent cares, medical centers, dentist's office, anywhere where they're giving out medications, okay? And basically, you're going to ask permission to drop off cards. If they say no, don't leave your cards, okay, because they're probably not going to use them. If they have a competitor that they're in love with and you see their take one box there or their card's there and they really love that card, hey, move on, okay? There are 7 million doctors in the country, you guys, 7 million. The best part about this is you're developing a face-to-face relationship with somebody there, whether it's the front desk person, the billing nurse, the doctor itself, whoever. Because remember, as soon as you leave there and their patients start using your card, that doctor's office is going to receive all that positive feedback. It's not going to be you. When a patient saves $50, $60, $70 on a medication, they're going to run right back to that doctor and tell that doctor, thank you so much, this card is awesome, can I get some more? So when you go back to, refill your cards, remember all the positive feedback that they've heard. It's a great way to build your relationship with them, okay? Offer a take-one box. If you don't have any, we have them here. You can buy them online if you want. Ours come with stickers that say, please take one, and have the Hope RX 85% off. But you can get them anywhere. We have them online. I think there's 5 for $23. We'll send them right to your house. Okay, they're ready to go. Encourage them to fax a copy of their RX card with their prescription. You don't have to do this, but if they do know their patient's paying cash, they definitely want to do that for their patients. Just get it in a great habit for them to get into to help that patient out. And also, visit the surrounding pharmacies. Let them know that they're going to be seeing this card, which I talked about earlier. Let them know, hey, by the way, I'm talking to all the doctors here in the area. Once you lock onto a few doctors, you guys, typically they deal with the same pharmacy every single month. Now, these results are going to be slower. Why? Because when you drop off 100 cards at a doctor's office, that doctor may see 8 patients that day. So you really didn't pass out 100 cards, you left 100 and passed out 8, okay? And if that medication doesn't need to be filled right now, then you might not see that for a while. So these take a little longer, maybe 60 days, 30 to 60 days, okay? Slower turnaround time, but once you lock onto a doctor that's distributing your cards, it's very, very consistent, okay? About 1 out of 4 doctors will encourage their patients to use the card. Again, there's competitors out in our marketplace, you guys. Ours is, again, the deepest discounted in the industry, but more importantly, the commissions are paid directly to you as opposed to those other companies, okay? Now, mailing to doctors. A lot of agents are doing this that are time short, that can't get out in the field, but this does have some cost involved, but it's extremely effective, and you can test it yourself by sending to a specific location. You don't have to necessarily send in your local area, but it's good too. That way you can walk back in and face-to-face. But you can mail to doctors, okay, or to urgent cares. Now, when you do this mailing, you can get a list from us. We have lists for, I don't know, $7 for 250. You can buy them online too. You can do it for free too. You can go to superpages.com and just type in doctors, pick a state or a city or a zip code, and you can cut and paste those addresses, do whatever you want. But when you do this, you guys, you have to do it big. You cannot do 10 doctors. You can't buy a little book of stamps, 40 stamps, and send it out and expect anything in return. You have to do this in a big manner, okay? The agent that I talked about that has ordered 300,000 cards in 4 months does do mailings, okay? 5 cards. Now, if you have to have your starter kit because you want this medical professional letter that comes in your starter kit. And it allows the doctors to call you back if they want more cards, which is really important. That agent that sends out the 300,000 cards, the phone rings all day long. Why? Because you're only sending 5 cards to the doctor, okay? You want to send 5 cards first. First of all, you want to be under the 1 ounce, which you're fine with 5 cards. You can get up to 8 cards. But if you have a box of 5,000, you can get out 1,000 envelopes now, okay, which is what you need to do. So this is going to be an expense to your business. If it is to be, it's up to me, and what you put in is what you get out. So there is some expense to this because you're putting a stamp on it, you're getting the envelopes, and you're getting the addresses, and you're stuffing it with cards, okay? Now, slower, okay? Could be 60 to 90-day turnaround time. So if you need immediate transactions, probably not for you. And if you don't have money to throw at this is not for you, okay? If you do have money, obviously if you're making some money here, you can throw it at this part of the business. Your rate of returns, 1 to 4%, not very high. Not very high. Why? Because you're sending in the mail. There's no face-to-face. There's no talking. It's just mail. But if you do it in a big way, and the agents that are doing this, that are making money, I have a college student, 21, 22 years old right now, back in school full-time, can't mail like he used to over the summer, but his income's right around $65,000, $7,000 a month. And trust me, as a college student, he's rich. Okay, he wants to drop out of school. Obviously, his dad won't let him. You got to go to college, but he does mailing, and he did it in a big fashion during the summer. He was sending out a lot of envelopes. Okay, obviously he's making money. He borrowed it in the beginning to get the business going, but once it got going, his income got to $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month. He could send all the envelopes he wanted. So there is some cost in that, but again, there's 7 million doctors nationwide, you guys. 7 million. So you're not going to run out of doctors. But the consistency is the important part. And again, all this method here is based on at least 5,000 cards at a time. Okay, you can't send out 100 and wonder where your transactions are. We have no idea what happens when you send out 100. You could get 0 transactions or 1. This is based on 5,000 cards being distributed, which is 1,000 envelopes. Now, YouTube.com, you got to get there and watch all of our training. Otherwise, this is you're getting bits and pieces right now. Okay, everything that I'm referring to are old trainings that are on there. Watch them all. Get yourself up to date. We typically try to do webinars every 2 weeks. Due to the size of our company, we can't get people on the calls anymore, which we used to do, and we used to love it because we do a question and answer phase at the end, which is really great. But those calls not only would take us a couple hours, but now just due to the size, we can't get people on the call. So if you do have questions, please send them to us. You can send them to kevin@hoperxcard.com, and I will put together a question and answer list, the most common questions for everybody out there, so you guys can see all those questions and answers. Okay, but again, if you listen to the other webinars, some of them were live, so we do have questions and answers at the end. Okay. Also, too, when you go to this YouTube, when you click on one of our channels, all 11, which should now be 12, should pop up on the right-hand side of your screen so you can scroll through all 12. Make sure you write down the titles, the ones you've watched, to make sure you watch all 12 so you're current and up-to-date on what we're doing here, okay? The doctor's office that I just spoke about with Dan Randino is on the YouTube site, and also the pharmacy one with Greg Peach is on there. So you want to watch both of those. Both agents are with our company, and both agents are doing this business full-time. Again, don't leave home without them. I can't tell you how many times people are out and about with no cards. Somebody walks up to you, and going forward, you guys, if this is going to be your business, this is your future, when someone asks you, what do, you need to let them know you help people every day. How do you do that? I save people money on medications. Are you on any medications, or do you know somebody who is? They're going to say yes, and you hand them a card. Those are going to be your biggest advocates, somebody who sees you face-to-face and saves money. And guess what? They can go get more cards right online. And tell them, hey, you can go get more cards right online. All right? Order your cards now, you guys. If you don't have cards, get them now after you get your starter kit. The cards come when you order. Now, your starter kit comes. I'm going to show you some of the flyers, but it comes with 100 cards. We get those out to you immediately when you order them to get you going. The 100 cards are not custom. You write your number on them, your 4-digit code. Okay? When you order cards, buy boxes of thousands or 5. And again, 1,000 cards is $35. For double the money, $70, you get 5 times the cards. But your website's going to come pre-printed right on the cards. Just like you see here, this 2222 is not your number, but this will get your cards right to you. Okay? It's going to have your website right on the cards. There's other incomes. If those of you who have a life license or now health license with Obamacare here and the exchange is going through, please email my partner, Mike, at hoperxcard.com. Send him your information. Let him know what state you're licensed in, what you're currently selling. Maybe you're newly licensed. Maybe you want to get licensed in your state. Whatever. Just send Mike at hoperxcard.com your information so we can get back with you, tell you what other opportunities we have that do go hand in hand with the RX card. If you notice on the back of the cards, it does say if you're on medications and can't afford life insurance, we've got some for you. We do have a high-risk product for those patients. Okay. Let me show you real quick the starter kit. You want to get that as soon as you possibly can. Okay. This is what you're going to have in your starter kit. First of all, those of you who are looking to build a business and want to recruit other agents or nonprofits or sign people up, you got to have your starter kit to do that. Okay? The starter kit allows you to open up your business builder account, so you can recruit people. More importantly, you're going to go to $1 per transaction, so you don't have to wait until you're at 100 transactions to get that pay raise. And again, the agent commission, the 100 transactions that you need is per month. It's not accumulative. A lot of people get that confused. If you do 25 transactions in a month, 4 months later, you're not at $1. You're still at 25 transactions unless you increase it to over 100 transactions in 1 month. Okay? You're going to get all our flyers, which I'm going to show you here in a second. We'll send you a PDF file of your card so you can get it printed anywhere you want. We'll handle all your customer service calls for you. You're going to be on all the management calls. Those are typically live. All the marketing material. We do have paid vacation, our company retirement plan, which you can talk to Mike about, and management opportunities are available for everybody who has their starter kit. And what we mean by management opportunities, if you're looking to train other agents and you're looking to build a huge organization, we definitely need to talk to you to get some people trained in your area or out of your area. Okay, so that's what comes in your starter kit. You want to get this. Here's some of the flyers that you get. This gentleman just ordered these today, but here's a flyer, the fundraising flyer that talks about how to do the fundraising. This is the one you would give to somebody who is thinking about doing fundraising, tells them how much money they can make, and then all your information will be at the bottom, your personal information. Okay, so you take all those calls, and if somebody wants more cards, they can go to your website on that. Okay. Fundraising, 3 ways to save. This is a flyer that you would typically just pass out to anybody that wants to know about your card. How does it work? This talks about how it works. No enrollment fees, unlimited use. Card never expires. And again, your information is going to be at the bottom. It's not going to be ours. It's going to be yours. Save up to 85%. Again, people want to know what this card's all about, how it works, where can I use it. You can use it anywhere you want. All major pharmacies accept it. Does the card expire? No. How does it cost to participate? No. And again, all your information is below. These flyers you'd want to use if you're doing mailings, if you're doing emails. Great way. If you know how to send out emails, you guys, in mass marketing, you want to do that. Here's the medical professional letter. This goes to the doctor's offices. It's got all your information on it. It's going to have your group number on it, your website, everything. If they want more, they can fax this into our office here. Unless you have a fax, they type in their name and everything. We fax it. We email this to you so you can get that doctor out some more cards. Okay? So, again, we have all the tools here, you guys, that you need to get this business up and going. And let me go to the YouTube channel real quick here. Just go. All you have to do is type in youtube.com/career with hope. You go right to our channel, and all of our websites, all of our training is here. This one that I'm doing right now will be up here later today. But you want to watch all these, you guys. Greg Peach's video is great right here. Doctors with Dan Randino's up here. Again, click on one, and all 11 will come up, okay, as soon as you click on one. So I encourage you guys to go to our website or our YouTube channel, get trained, and get going. All right, so I hope I didn't take up too much of your time, and hope you got some ideas here on card expectation. If you have any questions, comments, emails, please get it over to us immediately so we can get those answered for you guys. All right, again, I want to thank you guys for doing such a great job. You guys are really setting the world on fire here. Great month for October. Looking forward to the future, and all of you guys have a blessed day. Thank you very much.